A lot along Bryant Street may look empty to some, but it's filled with dangers we can't see.
Yes, that's correct.
Stacy Erickson works for the Environmental Protection Agency. The group handed a $1 million grant over to the Denver Housing Authority as they turn this former industrial lot in the Sun Valley neighborhood into something more.
It needs some additional cleanup in order to make it safe for residents and the public.
The Zunai tank farm was torn down back in March to make room for new affordable housing units and a riverfront park. According to the EPA, the tanks held diesel fuel that were part of the backup generation for the old Zunai power plant. The EPA says the area was cleaned up to a certain extent.
The site has some residual contamination left, including some asbestos. And those are things that you don't want children in a park or something playing, putting things in their mouth, those sorts of things.
Children are guaranteed to be nearby. While the elementary school in the neighborhood closes, more families are moving in. Denver Housing Authority just welcomed more than 260 families with their latest apartments built, one just across the street from the tank site. Erickson says those families shouldn't have to worry about exposure as they clean up the contaminated site.
The site is fenced off. Also, when they do the cleanup, they'll be, doing dust suppression techniques and things to make sure that anything that may be left there doesn't become airborne.
Erickson admits this neighborhood has been impacted by a lot more contaminants than what they usually see. The first step in fixing that is moving out what shouldn't be there,
so that they get to live in a great neighborhood that's clean and that's safe.
Erickson says the cleanup is mostly soil related. They'll come in and haul the bad soil away and do additional testing before they start any construction on the property. She says the Denver Housing Authority is already starting some of the cleanup, but should have the grant by August or September. Tom?
You mentioned it in the piece that this is an area that's already had some tough times.
Yeah, it definitely has. We covered a lot about the Fairview Elementary School closing and what that did for a lot of families there, but all the transition, right? All the construction projects going on and families having to leave, new families coming in, some former families coming back as well. But they have gone through a lot environmentally as well. Erickson had mentioned that not only are they dealing with the stuff that was inside that tank, they're right by a highway, right? A lot of air pollution there. So she says hopefully having a park nearby will help that as well.
Yeah, it'll be something to keep following. I know you will. Thanks, Jaleesa.